Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we make stainless steel welding tags. My company does quite a bit of welding tags of using various materials. Sometimes it's stainless steel, sometimes anodized aluminum, sometimes they're completely custom out of mild steel. It really depends on what the customer's welding and what they want to brand on it. Now in this case here, it's stainless steel. It's roughly the thickness of a piece of paper. It's sort of in between a credit card and a piece of paper. 0.02 inches thick. So you can see here. And it's stainless steel. So the nice thing about this is if you're welding this to something that's stainless steel, you choose a stainless steel rod. And you don't have that galvanic corrosion and those kind of issues that you would have otherwise if you use different kind of metals and sort of bond them together. So when it comes to making custom stainless steel tags like you see here, we can literally make them any size, any shape, any volume that you need. Generally we go completely custom for some customers who have something very specific requirements. And other customers we do are sort of a generic, sort of lack of a better word, stainless steel tags. 304 stainless steel brushed. So you can see, hopefully you can see it, there we go. It's a little bit harder to see on the focus here. And the thickness is 0.02 inches thick, which is just a little bit thicker than a piece of paper, about half the thickness of a credit card. Give you an idea of the thickness. Now this doesn't need to be thick. You don't need something that's, you know, half an inch thick to weld to something. Thickness has it doesn't affect the material that you're sticking it to, for instance. So if, let's say we made this tag here half an inch thick and you weld it to your muffler, it's completely a waste of material, very redundant. And the etching, if you got to keep in mind, the etching's on the surface here, a little bit into it. So if this is half an inch thick, it's still going to wear down, like it doesn't really matter. So that's why I chose the thickness of this. Now of course we go thicker if you need it to be, or thinner. We can also add barcodes, QR codes, whatever else you want on it. But the reason why stainless steel is the most popular one is because it's very corrosive resistant. Very close to that would be anodized aluminum. And that's, again, very, very resistant. When we do the laser etching on it, we're bleaching and vaporizing the anodizing. So it's just a different process for a similar sort of result. But the nice thing about stainless steel is that if you have stainless steel appliances or stainless steel items that you're welding or riveting this to, you have the same steel, pseudo steel. So you don't have corrosion issues going between the different metals that you'd have otherwise. Now you might be wondering yourself, what are the minimum quantities required for us to produce tags for you? Well, it depends. There's two different streams. The first one are the tags that you see here, and we make them in the thousands because we have customers from all across North America, Caribbean, and Europe saying, you know, we need, 10 tags of this, 20 tags of that, 50 tags of that, and we need them overnight. So that's why we have them in stock. And those are your most cost effective because, again, we're spreading out the production costs over thousands versus going custom, which is your second stream, where the minimum quantity is really, it starts to make sense around 50 units to 100 units. And the reason for that is because the setup cost is the same for one unit as it is, let's say, 100 units. The difference is it's shared across more units, so that's the way you gotta sort of think about it in that way. So let's just say, I just grab a random number. Let's just say it's $100 to set up. Well, if you only have one unit, that $100 is set up on the first unit and that's it. But if you have 100 units, then it's based on $1 per unit, to give you an idea of how the costs are shared. Now, the same thing goes with the metal, because let's say you want this thing, the custom tags to be 10 gauge stainless steel. Well, we have to buy it by the sheet. We can't buy just one little piece. So therefore, again, the cost per unit spreads out over more units, therefore making them more cost effective for you. Now, you may or may not know is that I've been taking a full-time welding course since September. So I'm going to start showing more and more welding things here in the shop as I do more and more welding jobs for customers and, improving things in the shop myself. And the nice thing about that is I make my own welding tags and I'll be adding that to all the stuff that I do. Now that's a great branding system for my business, and I think it's a great branding system for your welding business as well. Because, you'll get something done, it looks great, and then a couple of years down the road you'll be like, who did that for you? I don't know. Well, this company did this project for you. They're easy to find on the internet. A lot of the tags that we do actually have a phone number, but what I always tell customers is your phone number might change, your email might change, your address might change, what I would suggest is put your name and put your website address, because the last thing that will change will be your website address. If you have a good one. If you have like a Hotmail website address, maybe it's kind of iffy. But if you have your own domain, set that up for your business. Get welding tags made by us and stick them to absolutely everything that you do, because you'll get repeat business from it. And sometimes it's little contracts, sometimes it's big contracts. But a contract is a contract. So if you're looking for custom welding tags, any size and material, any shape, with holes, without holes, any whatever you can imagine we can make for you, contact me at CNCKing.com. We'll make it for you and ship it right to your door.